Hey guys, and welcome back to Mad About Skin. In today's video, I'm super excited because I get to share with you the best and the worst when it comes to The Ordinary. I know so many of you guys reach for The Ordinary for your day-to-day skincare needs. They have a great price point, the products are really accessible, and have a great range of different active ingredients to suit various skin types and skin concerns. However, as with all brands, they have their ding 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 holy grails and their wah 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 total fails, and I try to cover this in a video at least once a year. I looked back on last year's video and I thought, wow, so much has changed. You know, my approach to skincare has changed slightly. We've had some new product launches, and I've discovered some new fantastic brands that replaced a lot of the ordinary products with just better formulations. So I wanted to film an update in today's video. So sit back, relax, let's start the best and the worst from The Ordinary. Now, before we get into this video, just a gentle reminder to do all that YouTubey stuff if you haven't already. One of the best ways of supporting me as a channel is to reach down and give this video a big thumbs up and a like. There's this little thing called the algorithm whirring in the background. The more likes a video gets, the more widely YouTube will distribute it on its platform, which just means as many people as possible can discover our wonderful Mad About Skin community. So for that, I'm always so grateful. We've now actually just joined TikTok. If you're over on the old TikTok, why not follow us at Mad About Skin? I'll leave a link in the description box below. We're just starting out there, but I think, you know, whilst my heart will always be with YouTube, it's nice to explore other platforms, and I think TikTok, well, I plan on uploading a lot of short form content that's quick bursts of skincare news and reviews over on there. Don't miss out, follow us over there, and of course, keep tuned to everything here on YouTube. Now, with all that being said, shall we just cut that waffle and delve straight on in? You guys know here on Mad About Skin, I'm all about the positivity. So let's start with those ding 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 holy grails first. It's been a relatively quiet 12 months for The Ordinary. There's just been 3 new product launches, but thankfully, all 3 are absolute holy grails. I think, you know, this is something I do actually like to see. I think a lot of brands just churn out new products month in, month out, and you can tell that the quality and the time hasn't really been invested in it. That's not the case with The Ordinary. The 3 new products that we've been waiting a whole long time for, honestly, didn't disappoint, and all 3 of them are in my holy grail list. Let's start with this. This is The Ordinary multi-peptide lash and brow serum. Now, I was a little skeptical. I've tried a lot of lash and brow products, mainly for the brows. You know, I noticed as I aged, they thinned out a little bit. I wanted that volume back, that thickness. However, I paid upwards of like £100 for some products, and I was been pretty underwhelmed. Well, I got sent the original one of this in PR to test before it was launched, so I thought, okay, well, what's the harm in just trying it? And I was pretty impressed from like week 3. I've since then bought like 4 or 5 of these, and I'll leave a link to this product, as will all of the others in the description box below. This has worked wonders. I'd say within the first month, I noticed a difference to the brows. They appeared fuller, that volume had returned. It took longer to notice a difference on the lashes, but I think this could kind of be expected. I'd say around 3 months to really start to see the thickness and the volume in the lashes come back. So, you know, bear that in mind and set your expectations with this product. But for like £12, I think it rivals a lot of the bougie and luxury lash and brow serums at a fraction of the cost. So what's not to love? If you want to see like my original video and my 30-day update, I'll link them up there and down below so you can kind of get a bit more detail about how this product works. But yes, definitely worth the wait for a new launch from The Ordinary. This has knocked it out of the park. Now, they launched 2 new salicylic acids. I think we were all waiting for a long time for the return of the original salicylic acid, and they thought, well, actually, why not do a 2 for 1? So they had this. This was a salicylic acid 2% solution, which is the like equivalent of the original salicylic acid, which seemed discontinued for like the longest time. This, though, has come back better than ever. So it's a more gentle formulation. I think a lot of people struggled with the original because it stripped, it dried the skin, it really exacerbated any irritation that you had, which honestly isn't good for the skin's health. The Ordinary went back to the drawing board, and with this you've got a much gentler base formulation with some hydrators alongside it, so it won't strip, it won't dry, it's just more gentle. You still get that great punch of salicylic acid in a 2% concentration, so this is great if you've got an oily, acne-prone skin type. They didn't just stop here though, they also introduced the salicylic acid anhydrous solution, which I do have on me. It's actually the one I use most frequently, but it's somewhere in my house. Could I find it for this video? Absolutely not, but I'll leave an image of it here. Such a great product. This is actually an oil-based salicylic acid, so if you want to harness the benefit of salicylic acid, but you're worried about it being too drying on your skin, this is probably the one that I'd go for. It goes into the pores, as does all salicylic acid, flushes out the dirt, the debris, the congestion, and it will really minimize breakouts. For me, if you've got a drier skin type, go for the anhydrous solution in the oil base. If you've got super oily, acne-prone skin type, you'll probably get better results with the original salicylic acid serum. I love the fact that we now have 2 different options depending on your skin type, and for me, both of them our holy, holy grails. Now, a product which a lot of you are probably bored of hearing me fangirl about in the past 12 months is this. This is the Ordinary Lactic Acid 10%. It didn't make it into last year's Holy Grail video because I hadn't really discovered the power of lactic acid back then. I discovered late last year just how wonderful it could be. A lot of people said, reach for a lactic acid drop, give it a go, you'll be super impressed. I thought, why? When I'm using glycolic acid, why would I kind of take it down a notch to a more gentle exfoliator? What benefits would I get? Well, I'm so glad I did, because whilst it's more gentle than some of its other alpha hydroxy acid sisters, it is way better when it comes to that glow game. Since switching from glycolic acid to lactic acid, I feel like my glow game has been on point. Glowing to the gods is what it's all about, and lactic acid has really helped me to achieve that. You have two different concentrations, a 10% if you've got fairly resilient skin type. If you've got a skin type prone to a lot of sensitivity, you can go for the 5%. It'll work just as well, but you kind of have to have a bit of patience. It takes longer for those results to shine through, but it is totally worth it. I don't actually reach for this product anymore because I formulated my own exfoliator this year, which is this, the Mad About Skin Perfect Blend Exfoliating Gel, which kind of has glycolic acid, lactic acid, salicylic acid, and kojic acid all blended into one. So you're kind of getting the benefits of all of those different exfoliators without any risks of the side effects because they're in super low concentrations. So now I actually don't use that lactic acid. I switched to this product, which I'll also link below. But it doesn't mean that this isn't an absolute holy grail star performer. And I definitely think if you're just looking for that lactic acid fix, why would you pay the bougie prices when you could get it at steal at The Ordinary for like £6? Now, the next two products I have a lot of love for a number of reasons. These are the Ordinary Matrixyl and the Ordinary Azuralign Solution 10%. Let's first talk about why I love them for the results. These are the best anti-aging duo serums I have ever found. You put them onto the skin, you get that instant plumping from the benefits of the Matrixyl. You also get some minimizing of the dynamic fine lines and wrinkles from the Azuralign. You get some long-term collagen boosting benefits, and it's just an all-round perfect blend for like all your anti-aging needs. These two together are like £10, and I captured in a video how to use them together and the results that you can expect, which I'll link up there. That kind of brings me on to the second reason why I love these two. That video kind of went viral, and a lot of you guys actually discovered the channel through that video. So I have a very specific love affair with these two products because I think they've really helped me to grow the channel, but also they've helped me to tackle the first signs of aging in the skin, and I'm forever grateful for that. Now finally, I want to talk about a product that actually I used about 3 years ago, then I kind of just stopped using it, and I was looking through my Ordinary collection, thought, you know what, this actually deserves Holy Grail status, and this is a bit of a curveball and might surprise a lot of you, but it's this, the Ordinary Ascorbic Acid 8% plus Alpha Arbutin 2%. So there's a couple of reasons I love this. The price point is great for a mid-strength ascorbic acid. I think, you know, the price of vitamin C, because it's such a popular ingredient, is going up and up. It's nice to have a drugstore option. I would say if you've got a more sensitive skin type, 8% is kind of going to be the perfect concentration to give you the benefits with minimum risk of side effects, irritation, and redness. The reason I love this is, whilst it's a super affordable product, they haven't kind of cut any of the corners. So it's in an opaque bottle, which is great. That's the sort of packaging you should look for in a vitamin C. It'll delay oxidation, extend the shelf life of the product. It's in a water-free and stabilized solution. So again, delay the onset of the oxidation so you get more life from the product. It's going to be at peak performance for as long as possible. They've also really worked out how to best harness other ingredients alongside that vitamin C for those brightening qualities. And alpha arbutin at 2% concentration is going to deliver that. So with this, I think you get performance way in excess of what the 8% would suggest, thanks to alpha arbutin, but you don't get the associated irritation and redness of going for a higher concentration of vitamin C. Just all around a great performing product. There are stronger options out there for people that like them, and I captured like the best of the best when it comes to vitamin C's in a recent video, which I'm going to leave a link to up there. But if you're on a budget, you want to go drugstore, something super gentle but will give you really good results, I think this is a great product to reach for. Before you put one of these on order, there's some things that you need to know about alpha arbutin, which I covered in yesterday's video. Again, I'll link it up there. Check that out and then decide whether this is the right product for you. But I think for beginners, on a budget, that are looking for a really well packaged and formulated vitamin C, you can't go wrong with The Ordinary. Now, when it comes to my total fails, I actually watched last year's video and it's pretty standard. I think the products that I didn't like then, I still don't really like now. There are a couple of new entries that I've changed my mind on, and I'll explain those later on in the video. Let's first talk about the niacinamide and the hyaluronic acid. You don't need them. Niacinamide and hyaluronic acid is in absolutely everything in your skincare routine. You know, look at the ingredients list on any one of your serums, your cleansers, your sunscreens. It'll have niacinamide or sodium hyaluronate on that ingredients list. You don't need a separate serum. You're wasting your money, and I think actually you could be overdoing it with these active ingredients causing redness and irritation. So for me, the niacinamide, the hyaluronic acid, firm passes. It still pains me that these are like the best selling serums from The Ordinary. There's so much better out there. So yeah, just a bit of a firm pass. A product that I've never liked, never got on with, and honestly never really recommended is this. This is The Ordinary Sun Care Mineral UV Filters SPF 15. They do a 30. Awful, awful, awful. I actually think this is probably going to be one of the products that The Ordinary discontinued. Sharing my thoughts on that in a video, which again, I'll link up there. I know there's lots of videos been linked, but I think, you know, we cover The Ordinary a lot on this channel, so it's nice to kind of get different perspectives on different ingredients if you want that more in-depth review. I think this is likely to be discontinued in the next couple of months, possibly and hopefully being reformulated and coming back better than ever. It itched on the skin, it was super white cast and ashy, and I don't know why you'd have an SPF 15 when most dermatologists recommend a 30 as a bare minimum. So hopefully The Ordinary go back to the drawing board with this one and kind of, you know, reformulate it to just be a better equivalent. In the meantime, I would totally recommend this. This is the Garnier Ombre Solaire Hydra 24 Protect SPF 50. This is such a stunning product. It is actually cheaper than The Ordinary. You get more product, it applies beautifully to the skin, and I think it just gives you better protection and a better finish than you'll actually get from The Ordinary. So this is my drugstore favourite. I think The Ordinary is just a bit of a miss. Now, the three products that weren't on the fails last year but have made it onto that list this year are these three. Let me just talk you through why. So The Ordinary AHA 30% plus BHA 2% peeling solution. I think we've all realised this is just too strong. I think we all went mad for it. We like the colour of it, we like the tingle, we like the results, and you know, just about everyone was using this, in some cases daily. Not a good idea, whilst it still does have its fans, and I think if you use it once a week, very, very thin layer, and use it very sparingly, this can deliver great exfoliation results. For most people, they're misusing it. It's way too strong. There's a reason this has been banned in a number of countries, and you know what, I think when it comes to this product, unless you really, really pay attention to the instructions and how you use it, listen to what your skin's telling you as you use it, I think the risk of doing more harm than good is definitely there. So I'm putting this on the fails. I think there's just some better exfoliants out there. We talked about lactic acid earlier. I got a better glow from that than I ever got from that peeling solution. Just way too harsh. The Ordinary Salicylic Acid 2% Mask. This is a product that I flip-flopped a lot on. I think last year I was loving it because The Ordinary Salicylic Acid wasn't in stock. It hadn't been reformulated then. I thought, you know what, this is better than nothing. Now that those two aforementioned salicylic acids exist in our lives, really there's no space for this. It's the same concentration as those two serums, but it's so much messier. It's a wash-off treatment. It's black in colour, so it just gets all over your towels, all over your sink. It's really difficult to remove. It's just a hot mess, and I don't know why you'd reach for your 2% salicylic acid fix in this when you could just use like a 20-second application serum, get the exact same results. So for me, this is kind of, I think, a victim of the successes of the other salicylic acids from The Ordinary. Then finally, let's talk The Ordinary Natural Moisturising Factors plus Hyaluronic Acid. Now, I was in two minds as to whether to include this. I don't want anyone to think that this is a fail. This is actually a fairly decent standard moisturiser. I just think through the last year, I've worked out there are just better performing moisturisers for a similar price point. This is so simple. It'll work great if you just want to strip everything back, keep to a minimum number of ingredients, minimise the risk of irritation. But if you're paying this price, you can actually get some better ones. I love the e.l.f. moisturiser. I cross-formulated my own moisturiser, which is this, the Mad About Skin Maximum Impact Moisturiser, which has the exact same price point as The Ordinary Natural Moisturising Factors, but it also comes with urea. It's got some butters in here to more nourish and deeply nourish the skin. You've got some great antioxidants in here, and all around, I just prefer the texture, the ingredient blend, than what you're going to get with The Ordinary. Don't get me wrong, the Natural Moisturising Factors is a great moisturiser if you want to keep it super simple, but for the same price, you can just get a better performing product, which is why I think it's moved from a holy grail to a total fail. I've just discovered some new options. So there you have it, guys, a rundown of the ding 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 holy grails and the wah 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 total fails when it comes to The Ordinary. I would love for you guys to play along. Sound off in the comment section with your top 3 and bottom 3 so we can kind of share everyone else's experiences. Wherever you are in the world, guys, stay safe, stay well, and love your skin. Take care. Bye.